All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Potato Head Theater. Today's story is found in Matthew chapter 1, verse 20 through 25. Remember what we learned about last time? Mary, Jesus' mother? The angel of God had appeared to her and told her that God had placed a baby in her tummy and she was to name him Jesus. He would be the Savior of the world. Well, as you can imagine, this was very difficult for Joseph to believe.
What? You're telling me you're gonna have a baby and it comes from God? That doesn't make any sense at all. It's the truth. It's what the angel told me.
He wasn't sure how to handle a fiancée who thinks she's seeing angels and having God's son.
I'm starting to think my fiancé is a little cuckoo.
He decided he would break off his engagement to Mary quietly. He didn't want to bring any shame upon Mary at all.
I know everybody's gonna think it's weird if you all of a sudden show up with a baby, and so what we're gonna do is I think I'm gonna break it off, but we're gonna do it quietly so like no one will know, and we won't bring any embarrassment to Mary or me or anyone else.
He loved her, but he was just very confused about all of this. Well, just when Joseph was going to break off his engagement, guess who appeared to him as well? That's right, the angel appeared to him also and told him, "Do not be afraid to take Mary as your wife."
Joseph, don't be afraid to take Mary as your wife.
Don't be afraid of Mary, I'm afraid of you!
Joseph was a little scared by the angel appearing out of nowhere, I am sure.
You're telling me? I think I need to go check my pants after that one.
But he listened very carefully as the angel gave him God's instructions. "She will give birth to a son. You will name him Jesus."
Here's what you're gonna do. Mary is gonna have a baby. He's gonna be God's son, and you're gonna name him Jesus. Jesus, like Yeshua or Jesus?
Now, you have to understand something. Back in those days, the name you gave a child was very important. It often carried meaning with it. Joseph had probably already thought about what name he was going to give his firstborn son.
I was gonna go with Joe Jr., but I guess Jesus could work.
It would have been easy for Joseph to say no.
You know, I think you're right. It would be a lot easier to say no, but I think I am gonna do what's right and what God is telling me to do.
Well, that's good. See ya.
He could have ignored the angel's instructions and just continued with his plan to break off his engagement to Mary. But that is not what he did at all. Joseph did exactly as the angel had told him. He obeyed even though it meant that everyone else would not understand. He obeyed God's plan even though it was a very hard thing to do.
Hey, Mary, I know I said we might break this off, and I still don't understand everything or how it's gonna work, but I think we should still go ahead and be married. And I'm gonna take Jesus as my own son. You are? That's wonderful. Mwah!
All right, guys, thank you for joining us on another episode of Potato Head Theater.
Thanks for joining us. See you next time.